Hey everybody, welcome to week 9 of class. This week we are shifting gears and we'll spend the majority of the rest of the semester looking at various what we would call culturally diverse populations. So whereas during the first half of the semester we did some broad kind of foundational work, then we moved into racial and ethnic groups. Now we're going to be looking at different groups where there is some additional cultural diversity. So for this week, we are going to be talking about women. I hope that, I guess before we jump into that, last week you had your exam. I hope that everybody was able to take that okay. If you weren't, please let me know. And I hope you also kind of enjoyed a break without new content or writing that, engaging in the discussion forums. I hope it was nice to do something a little bit different as well. So let's get in here and talk about women. So we are in chapter 9 of our textbook. I have some additional course content that I'll go over, and Group C will be leading our discussion this week. So let's hop right into our Moodle book and see what we've got going on. So there is a lot to consider when we think about women as a culturally diverse group. So chapter 9 is going to introduce us to a lot of those issues, a lot of those challenges, but also those resiliencies. And then I have found some great resources here for you. So this also focuses a lot on pregnant women. These resources do, because I think one of my pet peeves is that when we talk about drug affected babies, right? And drug impacted babies and children. And that's important. I've included a 3-part podcast series here that I would like you to listen to and familiarize yourself with, because that's really important. But I think sometimes what happens is we miss talking about women in those conversations. So this first Stone article, Pregnant Women and Substance Use, Fear, Stigma, Barriers to Care. Guess what? If we can address those issues, we will see better outcomes with drug impacted babies and children. So I guess that is my soapbox in this, is we don't talk enough about the pregnant woman or the pregnant person. We don't talk enough about that. So I guess that was a lot of the focus on when I was looking for supplemental content to this. How can we talk more about this? So there's a Coleman article, Many States Prosecute Pregnant Women for Drug Use. New research says that's a bad idea. There's another article here about associating punitive and reporting state policies to rates of neonatal abstinence syndrome. There's a great website here, the Center for Children, Families, and Workforce Development. Check out their maternal health and drug use information, as well as this 3-part podcast that they did. Lastly, there's an optional lesson chapter on women alcohol and their treatment. So it focuses specifically on alcohol. Our assignment this week is going to utilize a lot of these supplemental materials. So be sure to not only read your chapter, but really engage with this content. So our next steps here. So read that content I just went over. Group C will be leading our discussion this week. And then next week, we are going to be talking about issues across the lifespan. So I'm going to post a separate video here to talk more about the assignment. I hope that you watch it because our assignment, diversity itself is a controversial topic. And the assignment this week is going to ask controversial questions. And we're going to have to think about our biases and our prejudices, and remembering that going back to that Hayes article, these prejudices, these biases are normal. We all have them. And how can and reflecting on those as we engage in this, what I think is going to be kind of a hot topic this week. So be sure to watch that video, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you engage this week. And yeah, as always, head on over to the homepage, ask questions, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Have a great week.